Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your monthly reading for September 2025. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we are going to just jump right into it, okay? If you're new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview, then I'm going to break it down into your spread, and then we're going to break it down even further and go week by week. I'll pull more cards. And the other thing is, if you saw my last live stream, which I'll leave at the end of this video, these forecasts are going to be a little bit shorter than normal, okay? And I'm going to be talking fast. You can adjust that in your settings on your YouTube. But remember, in your weekly forecast, we're going to go a lot deeper in these aspects, okay? This is going to be a little bit shorter, but that's the thing. September is just happens to be one of the biggest months. And so, wow, let's talk about it because remember, the green asterisk, best aspects of the month. Yeah. So let's talk. Let's dive right in. Okay. And yes, there's more in the back. And the other thing is, this isn't all of it. There's a lot more that I didn't even have time to, or even room to put. Anyway, it's eclipse season. Eclipses are game changers. They're considered wild cards. They bring significant endings and beginnings. Part of this storyline that you've been experiencing for some time now, okay, which I'll walk you through, Taurus, all right? And the eclipses are in the Virgo Pisces axis. What does that even mean for you? Well, in general, health, immune system, gut health, that's Virgo energy, mental health, right? Spiritual health, but there is work as well, is big energy on the Virgo Pisces axis, especially that Virgo energy. You see, we're in Virgo season. There's a lot South Node in Virgo. So there's a lot of release this month, okay? It's a bonkers month. There's a lot happening. But for you, honestly, when I look at the eclipses, I'm just like, this is actually going to be you're going to be fine, all right? You're already good anyway. And the other thing is, remember, that rare grand trine, the prism portal, yeah? It's shifting now. I talked about that last week. I've talked about it for many weeks, but just remember, out with the old, in with the new. That's still in play. There's a new you. The universe is requiring it from you right now, okay? And so this is going to be a shift. It's big. Okay, you're already experiencing it. A lot of you are already moving into eclipse season, knowing what you're going to change in your life. All right, just know this is the prism portal. Again, if you don't even know what that is, I'll leave the video that I did, what every sign can expect for the next 2 years, okay, because of the prism portal at the end of this video or the description box. But you're going through a lot of change. And September is not only major because it's the eclipse season, which again, health and wealth, okay, spiritual wealth, all right, emotional wealth, all of that. But there are so many other things happening. Remember all those rare aspects from August spilling over into this month. Yeah. I'll leave that at the end of the video where you'll find it about channel. But September is really busy because there's so many. Look at the first week. Look at the first week. That's just the first week. And that's what we're going to focus on because next week I'm skipping it. Okay. September is busy. It's wild. It's sometimes very fun. It's sometimes really like, right? It's like a pillow fight. Okay. It's all fun and games. There are going to be some times where you might take it a little bit too far. Sometimes you might miss with your swing. Sometimes you're going to be very strategic and cunning, right? It's how you move through these aspects because there are some strong aspects and the planets have all come out hard to play this month, okay? Mercury, Venus, Mars, all the inner planets, they're all changing signs. Some have some pretty intense aspects. Jupiter is going to make a few cameos, aligning with the North Node. That is one of the best things for you, by the way. That's insanely good for y'all. All the outer planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, they're all retrograde. They're all retrograde. I talked about Pluto being out of bounds too last week. Oh, yeah, you're going to want your breakthroughs, but also a lot of reflection. Okay, and the luminaries, the sun and the moon, on the nodes. Therefore, strong eclipses. Okay, so again, that's all the planets, all the heavenly bodies in our solar system, active, AF. And right off the bat, okay, Saturn will go retrograde Monday, September 1st until February 2026. That's the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in that month. All right, 5 months from now. That's the great reset. That's part of this prism portal. Week after week, I told you to take inspired action over the summer. I hope you did, because what you're doing is putting yourself where you want to be by February 2026 and beyond for the reset. And you create your reality, and you did get a glimpse of what your life is going to be like, if you did take that action over the summer, because that's when Saturn moves back into Aries. Now, Saturn is a planet of authority, restrictions, commitments, responsibility, reality checks. Going back into Pisces, the sign he was in since March 2023. Now, putting a lot of energy and maybe some pressure and maybe some tests in your friendship groups. That's your 11th house, Saturn and Pisces, okay? So there could have been some changes, adjustments with friendships, groups you belong to, your community. Maybe you even changed social media strategies. 11th house is the masses, but the 11th house is also your future host, which is long-term goals and dreams. So what happened for you, Taurus, since March 2023? A lot of y'all changed everything. A lot of y'all changed everything, okay? And if that's too far for you to think back, Saturn going back into Pisces at 29 degrees, just think from May 2025, April, May 2025, like your birthday season. Yeah, you had some big changes, okay? That's when Saturn moved into Aries. All right? Now, this is Saturn. We all know Saturn, okay? He's a taskmaster. He is the TSA agent, but no, not this month. No. He's going to be more like Gordon Ramsay, okay? He's going to test you. You're on his show. You're on Master Chef, okay? You made it to the final. This is the final. Yeah? The next 5 months is the final. And he's going to really inspect your carrot soup. Whatever you made. Saturn is going to do a big review from this point forward just to check in. What did you learn since March 2023 in everything in your 11th house? Everything I just mentioned, friendships, groups, your connection with people. There's a lot. And then your future, and then remember, this is Saturn, okay? He's going to grade you. It's a check-in. You already did all the hard work, right? The past 2 years, right? So here's the thing. If you didn't learn anything, if you didn't change anything, you're A, you don't win the show with your carrot soup, but B, you didn't pass his test. So he's gonna make it a little bit harder for you if you didn't learn anything, okay, this month, because Saturn is karma. He rewards you when you put in the work, when you put in the effort. And this week, the first week, which I'm gonna spend a lot more time on because we're skipping next week, right? It's got to be a bigger deal because a karmic note of fate, right? Your destiny, your mission statement, the North Node is in Pisces, yeah? Obviously, we have an eclipse in Pisces. Saturn retrograde is so close to that. So please impress Gordon Ramsay with your carrot soup. Put some foie gras or whatever you need to do, okay? But most importantly, take time this week thinking, okay? What did you master? All right? When it came to your connection with people, groups, maybe you launched a group, maybe you joined a group. I mean, this is your squad. This is also benefactors, allies. They played a big part past 2 years for you, okay? Also your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals and dreams. And I say that because that's Saturn's home. That's 11th house, okay? Remember, he rules the 10th and the 11th. So a lot of this is public facing for you, yeah? So that's the other thing. Saturn is reality. So this is the reality checks. But remember, he's making your dreams become reality. Pisces is your dreams. It's dreams, okay? So this is a good thing, but he's just gonna make it hard. It's Gordon. It's not gonna make it, So it's a check-in, but really know what you gotta let go. Because remember, it's a month of release and learning and moving forward. All right. Now, not even on the whiteboard, by the way, for you, Taurus. Oh my goodness, you got Jupiter trine North Node. That's happening exact on September 3rd, 18 degrees. So what does that even mean? Remember, you got the North Node in Pisces and your future host, which is long-term goals and dreams, and Jupiter's coming in to like give a boost there, your friendships and groups and things like that. No, that's amazing. You're going to feel that all week, okay? Jupiter is exalted, by the way, in Cancer. So you're really going to feel this. And that's your third house. So really connecting with people. Really, you're going to be connecting, okay? A lot of things online. So it could be like social groups. It could be like communities, community forums, like on the Great Awakener, by the way. By the way, if you've joined, thank you so much. This is the last week for the founding member promo code. You got up to 75% off joining. Oh, please visit. Please visit. That's why this is going to be short, because I'm trying to run that business too. And I'm out of the hard part now. And that's when Saturn moves into Pisces. That's different for me and things get easier. So there's some context for you. Okay. Now, Jupiter exalted in Cancer for you. Wow. Good fortune, abundance, wisdom, right? All of this part of your future. And it's very spiritual. Yeah. You got Saturn, karma, on the north node of fate. You got Jupiter coming in. This is very spiritual. Okay. Ultimately, this week, there's something you're meant to learn because Jupiter and Cancer in your third house, that's the mind. It's communication. You're going to be communicating. This is launching things. This is selling things. It's business. This is Jupiter bringing you all that luck. Yeah. So amazing. Absolutely amazing. Also, a lot of family stuff happening for y'all. FYI, big time. Okay. And travel. There may be some travel stuff here for you. Amazing. Take me with you. Take me with you. Okay. If you got room. All right. Now, the bigger picture, your destiny. It's the North Node. It's the North Node, the eclipse on the node, your destiny, because it is in your 11th house, Taurus. That is your future. 11th house is the future, your future commitments, goals, dreams, everything I mentioned. Okay. So if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or for your husband, George, the guy that, mows your lawn, whatever it is, your pool boy, all the water signs really going to feel Jupiter trine the North Node. Okay, that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You're going to feel that most. If you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have planets between 16 to 20 degrees in any of the signs, you're really going to feel Jupiter's boost. Okay, now again, this is going to be Tuesday now, September 2nd. Mercury moving into Virgo, so that's happening until the 18th. Great, wonderful. We're already in Virgo season. The sun is here. Mercury happens to be exalted in Virgo, meaning just like Jupiter exalted in Cancer does his best for you. Okay? This is very, very grounded, practical energy. This is wonderful for you. Amazing for you. Virgo is your BFF, fellow Earth sign. Okay? You love this very practical, analytical, pragmatic, logical, reliable energy when it comes to communication, when it comes to thinking, your thoughts, ideas, right? Taking a step back to observe and doing the math, right? We're talking Velma over Daphne here. All right, that's how you're going to be. All right. Now, where's the focus for you? Well, Mercury, Virgo rules your 5th house of love and pleasure and joy, all of that. All that. Soulmate energy, that's the 5th house. Okay. Children, sex, it's the 5th house. It's procreation. It's also creative projects. It's creativity. All right. Remember, you've got so much happening here. One thing I want to remind you, so that's going to be a big focus for you. I did say a lot of home stuff happening for you, and that does include like significant other and children, things like that. Okay, so this is wonderful, but remember, South Node is still in Virgo, so you're still releasing things to make room for these new ways you want to do things. Now, September 3rd, Mercury in Virgo square Uranus and Gemini. Let's talk about this because, again, this is actually kind of a big deal, and I really want you to know that this is a big deal, okay? You're going to feel a lot stronger than you think. Let me turn that off. Here's the reason why. Not only does Mercury rule both Virgo and Gemini, Uranus being Gemini, right? Mercury happens to be the lower octave of Uranus. They're related. So it's a square. It's, you're going to feel a little bit of a squeeze. And, Uranus is the unexpected and surprises when it comes to communication. And, you've got Uranus and Gemini, your 2nd house. That's your home. So there's something here about self-worth, self-value, money, finances. Okay. So there can be something here. Yeah. Mercury, yeah, he's the messenger, but he's still the trickster, especially in the square. So something here, just be very mindful. There could be something here with communication. There could be arguments. There could be unexpected messages, DMs, even technology, internet stuff, space stuff. If you're an astronaut, whatever you want, wherever you are, all right? You may say something too. So that's why I'm saying be mindful. It's a square. The planets, little brother, big brother, they're not saying eye to eye. They're not saying eye to eye at all. Okay. So for y'all, it's definitely going to be something with, again, maybe a significant other, maybe family is a big thing here for y'all. Okay. Maybe something over food too, just to let you know. Okay. Now, the other thing is that you can use this. I always say use these aspects. Don't let them use you. This is innovation. This is experimental. This is thinking outside the box. This is freeing your mind. It's Uranus. And remember, Uranus is trining Pluto, this auspicious aspect for the entire month. Yeah, Pluto to Aquarius all month. All right, so this is gonna be your big breakthrough too, and especially with career. This is Pluto to Aquarius, your 10th house of career and fame. If you're not here for career, just whatever you want to be recognized for, because it's all about your reputation. Okay, very public facing. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Mutable signs, especially Virgo and Gemini. Okay, so even if you have that combo, and even Aquarius too, by the way. So for context, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Gemini rising, I'm a Virgo moon. It looks like I'm probably going to feel this aspect, but you throw in Sagittarius and Pisces as well. There you go, all the mutables. Now, September 4th, this is big. Mars in Libra, squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Honestly, just have some focus, practice patience, and compromise. Easy peasy, that's it, okay? There's gonna be maybe, like, after some of these stronger aspects, you want to make big moves. Go for it. Trust your intuition. This can be a little bit of burnout energy, okay? Remember, everyone feels this, so it can be Mars is it can be competitive energy, right? Especially with an aspect like this, someone can get you all riled up about something that's not even worth it. So you're on a karmic journey for any of these aspects. Everything you do has ripple effects. Everything's made of energy. Remember, you create your reality. What reality do you want? How are you going to respond in a situation should something come up, because of these hard aspects this week? Just remember that. Just take a step back. Don't do anything extemporaneous. I said that word. That's not even in the script, okay? There you go. There's that Uranus activity. That's what I'm saying, all right? So there can be something here with partnerships, love, contracts, home, family, but also for you, especially maybe like a new business. Maybe there's something here with also a communication, all right? PR, advertising, marketing, things like that, branding yourself, all of that, okay? But remember, you still have a lot of home energy. And Jupiter happens to be in a stronger position. So just kind of absorb that. Remember, he's exalted right now, so really stronger than Mars and Libra. Now, Friday, September 5th, Uranus goes retrograde in Gemini until November 7th. I got big news for you, okay? Taurus. That is the day Uranus moves back into your sign. Remember, I said you are not over with this. Uranus, the sky god, lightning, the great awakener, by the way, right? Progress, innovation, breakthroughs, the future. That's Uranus. That's amazing. But he's also the unexpected and surprises and a little bit of chaos and betrayal, things like that. Things like that can happen, right? So Uranus, by the way, I've told you, so mark your calendar. Okay, that's happening November 7th when Uranus goes back into your sign. If you are a great awakener, remember, you do have your digital journals, and that's what that's for. So you can mark things. Yeah. So here's the other thing is that Uranus in Gemini, remember, that's your second house. So there's something here about money that you're going to really reflect on, finances, also self-worth, self-value, everything that I mentioned earlier, and maybe food. This is the month, by the way, a lot of y'all Tauruses are going to be adjusting your diet. Virgo rules the digestive system. As I mentioned, you got your food house activated. You're just going to be doing a lot of reflecting. That's all I'm saying, okay? And that's also the mind, expanding your consciousness, especially thinking about what's happened for you, all the changes since July 7th, okay? This is your evolution, your revolution, anything that you want. Now, September, and when Uranus moves, he moves. You feel it, okay? Now, September 7th, we have a full moon, lunar eclipse in Pisces. I feel like I'm doing like a loom or something. Anyway, at 15 degrees. I did a video on what not to do, what to expect with eclipses years ago. You'll see me like really young. Yeah, I've aged like 20 years in 2 years. I'll leave that at the end of the video or in the description box just for you to like see like, oh gosh, actually Jimmy's right. Now, here's the other thing is that eclipses, you have to just kind of be aware. They're game changing. Things can change unexpectedly, all right? So things can be eclipsed from your life, right? To make room for your spiritual journey, especially this eclipse. It's right on the note of fate. I mean, everything is cyclical, right? So think about what happened for you, 2006, 2008. Eclipses are 19-year cycles. When it comes to friendships, groups, community, your 11th house, your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams, do they come true? What did you do to make them come true, right? If that's too far to think back, if you're 20 years old, by the way, then just think about the new moon solar eclipse in Pisces we had last September 17th. Now, eclipses, remember, they're 100 times the power of a new moon, full moon. So when I say September 17th, doesn't matter. Just think about the entire month. Okay, what were the changes? A whole new phase. It was a new moon solar eclipse, right? So a whole new phase started for you back then. Now you're closing a chapter of it. Yeah. All right. So every Taurus, you're going to feel it different. Some of y'all are going to feel it on the day. Some of y'all are going to feel it a month later, 2 months later. Remember, 6 month cycle with this particular, right? So everyone has a different birth chart. Your birth chart is like a fingerprint. All Taurus is going to feel it differently. Yeah. But this is one that's big, it's powerful, it's emotional, it can be very cathartic as well. All right. But remember, Pisces, it's in Pisces, which is very spiritual, it's very feminine, it's very sensitive. That amplifies how emotional this one can be. So with eclipses, don't force anything. You got to just go with the flow with the go. Remember, water flows. Yeah, how about that with, Pisces being a water sign, right? So anyway, you're going to see eclipses. You see the benefits later, even if something is eclipsed from your life, right? Like, another more context, there was an eclipse in, I think it was actually in your sign. Remember, you had the eclipses, 2002, 2000, you know what I mean? Like around that time with you and Scorpio, I think it was like on the day I was dumped out of nowhere, came out of nowhere on the day of the eclipse. So that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all may feel something like on the day, or just you may have already been feeling it out, but just know that they push you on your path forward. There's a reason why things happen, and that's that. The universe is just taking care of you. Okay, so you will have a big moment of awakening this week. Don't forget, yeah, it's a lunar eclipse. We're releasing things out of the old. The South Node is still in Virgo, and you know that that is activated all month. Yeah, with the Virgo season, Venus will move into Virgo later. You got Mercury in Virgo. You got the eclipses happening. That's right on the Virgo. But anyway, so what is that? What I said last week, all that Virgo energy is detoxing, purging, anyway, right? Purification. That's Virgo energy, okay? Service to others. Keep that in mind, okay? So this is the energy. Just feel this eclipse. What's if anything is disrupting your energy field, your biofield, what has to change? What is non-negotiable for you? This is a double dose of letting go, okay? But don't forget, you got Jupiter with a north node here. Jupiter rules Pisces. So that's why it's like you have to just trust that you've been taken care of. Who's going to feel this eclipse the most? Mutable signs, okay? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. I'm throwing in the water, okay? So Cancer and Scorpio as well. Birth chart 16 to 20 degrees. If you have any planets there, oh yeah, you will feel this. Now, Friday, September 12th, another very interesting thing, and we will talk about. Are we going to talk? No, yeah. So this is what we'll get back to. So now I go when you see your next weekly forecast. We'll go deeper into this. This is the best and luckiest aspect and day of the month, okay? Because you've got the Sun sextile Jupiter and Mercury sextile Jupiter. So you have two amazing twice a year aspects that just happen to happen on the same day. Sextiles are windows of opportunity. You have to take that action, okay? And after that first week, yeah, it seems like a lot of y'all will, right? So the Sun and Jupiter both are optimism and growth and, opportunities. You got Mercury sextile Jupiter. What? That's amazing. Remember, you got Mercury in Virgo. You got Jupiter in Cancer. You got Jupiter in the home of Mercury. So you are set. You're good. This is a day, and remember, give it a day, 2 days before, after, where you're announcing something, maybe good news, or maybe you receive good news. This is great for job interviews, asking for that raise, signing a contract, lucky negotiations, things like that, right? Expanding your mind, all of that. A lot of things that bring you fun and pleasure, even hobbies. You may be joining, I don't know, a frisbee club, whatever it is. And maybe you're launching a frisbee club and monetizing off it somehow. Like there's something here for you. Fifth house, third house. All right. Just be present, be social, network. That's all it is. Put yourself out there for whatever you want. All right. What makes this day even more special is the fact that it's not even on the whiteboard. It's a Mercury Kazemi. You have Mercury in the heart of the sun at 20 degrees in Virgo. What? That's bonkers. So this is just huge. It's a huge refresh for you at the same time. Yep. It's like you were at Burning Man. This is the first shower you took. And now you got all this clarity, all that, things you took are wearing off. Like, you know what I mean? That's like this day, right? So just keep that in mind. This is just pretty crazy. because what did I say? It's at 20 degrees, so it's in Virgo, so it's right on the south node. So this is a day where you really realize I'm letting this go because I just received good news about this, about my future. Okay, so whatever happens here, leaving something in the past. Okay, super karmic. Now, if by the way, even like past lives and things like that, like it's like you have this clarity of like, oh, the reason why this happened the past few months, I get it now. I get it now, right? So who's going to feel this most? Mutable signs. Once again, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Okay, especially Gemini. If you have Gemini in your chart, oh my gosh, same day we have the moon in Gemini. The moon is going to conjunct Uranus and Gemini. So 1 degree. And then that forms a mini grand trine with Pluto in Aquarius, like Neptune and Aries. So what does that even mean for you, Taurus? It means this day, yeah, there may be some news around money. Really fun, great news, surprising news around money. All right. So now, remember, we go a lot deeper next week in the weekly aspect. So turning this over, and thank you for everybody who has joined. It means so much to me. You know that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's long, everything's there. Everything's there. I'll leave in the description box what you can expect. Again, so last week, listen, it's like the promo code for y'all. It's like 60 cents a day. Like it'd be great if you, yeah. Okay. So anyway, here we go. This, by the way, again, we'll talk more about these in your weekly forecast. I'm going to just do a little hop and skip on a couple of them. Yeah, because I'm also using this new platform that, again, it's just like, yeah, I'm still having, yeah, I got Uranus on my ascendant. Now, anyway, September 15th, you're going to love this. You got Venus. You remember, Venus is still in Leo. You got Mars in Libra. That's a whole thing here. I mean, you know what happens when the two cosmic lovebirds get together in a sextile? This is great. Put yourself out there, especially if you're single. Even if you're not single, just, you know what happens here. And it can be creative energy, but Venus is also money. Could be something here with money for you, but a lot of home energy still comes up. Home, family, significant other, children. Maybe you're gonna like do a creative project with them. Whatever it is, it seems really fun. Okay, now things get a little like like when we get to Wednesday, September 17th. You got Mercury up at Saturn and Neptune, not even on the whiteboard. Like I said, I'm not here. You see Mercury going into Libra too. Just FYI. Okay, so there, it's fine. It's fine. That's your sixth house. So remember, Virgo rules the sixth house, and you still have all this Libra energy with Mercury in Libra, Mars in Libra. We're moving into Libra season, right? That's your sixth house. You have that overlap with the South Node. So that's why I'm saying for Taurus, a lot of y'all, your life will change dramatically this month. Your day-to-day activities. Now, a lot of legal matters, a lot of things that you're going to be signing. Just remember to put all these notes in your digital journal and Great Awakener, okay? The other thing is that we're dealing with like void moons. The moon in Leo will be, opposite Pluto. There's just so much here. There's like home career stuff for you. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast. Okay, a lot of creative energy too. September 18th, you got Mercury in Libra, trining Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius. Love this for you. Clearly, we have this wonderful grand air trine. There's your pyramid, right? This is in your favor. This is wonderful. I love this for you. Huge breakthrough energy, huge communication here. But there is something here where what I really love about you, if you are here for career and money, this is great. Now, Friday, September 19th, Venus Virgo. Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Okay. So again, all this Virgo energy. But luckily for you, Taurus, once again, Virgo is your BFF, fellow Earth sign. You vibe with this. You get it. Venus is your ruler. You get this. You get this. It may not be exactly the way you want things because Virgo is very analytical. It's very like nitpicky. But there is going to be a lot of focus on like health and wellness. It's in Virgo, right? But Virgo rules your fifth house. So a lot of things in terms of you're going to be very specific about what brings you pleasure. And that is in relationships. That is in, family. That's with your creative projects. That's with, what's happening at night for y'all. Things like that. Anyway, workplace too. Yeah. So we'll talk about it when we get there. Monday, the 22nd. This is big. We got the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo happening around 5:30 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world, right? It's at 20 to 29 degrees. You know this. And we talked about this. We talked about this last week, okay? It's a critical degree, the energetic degree. There's a culmination here. There's a graduation here. The South Node in Virgo. So again, even though it's a new moon solar eclipse, all that new beginnings and big ones, right? it's still on the South Node. So there's still something that's got to go to at the same time in your 5th house. Love, pleasure, romance, significant other, children. Like there's something here. It's more about habits, patterns, old structures, old systems. We got to let that go. Ways of thinking. We got to let that go. Creativity. Yes. Procreation, sex. Like that. A lot of y'all going to be having babies, by the way. Congratulations. Grandkids, whatever you want. Whatever. They're here for you. This is, remember, tied to the new moon in Virgo. We had August 22nd at 0 degrees. So you're seeing things throughout the month shape from that if you planted seeds. If you planted seeds. Now remember, this is 100 times that one, okay? And you're going to see things grow for the next 6 months to the point where we get to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February. And even March, you're going to see things play out, but just have your release. It's still, illumination. Let things illuminate around this time, the things that you want. You're about to go through this humongous change when it comes to your 5th house. Again, love, pleasure, joy, family, children, all that, big creative projects, big hobbies, recreation, part of the 5th house as well. Even like entrepreneurship for y'all. There's big things here, but again, it's all about release at the same time. Focus on well-being, okay? So it's with self-love, self-care, self-value, awareness. Are you sitting too much? Are you sitting at the desk too much? Are you scrolling on your phone too much? Do you feel nurtured? Yeah? Virgo's all about service to others. How are you contributing? So you've got to take that time out to think about things, right? So anyway, service dog. Get a service. Do you need a service dog? It's service to others, but also Virgo rules pets and domestic animals. Just take time to consider all this. Remember, the one thing about this eclipse, Gordon Ramsay is here. Yeah, Saturn is opposite. That's an opposition. So he will be testing you around this time with your new responsibilities, preparing you for your new era. Yeah. So here's the other thing, and this is really bonkers. September 22nd, and please pay attention. This gets a little like, whoa. Okay, so we move into Libra season, right? It's all about like that equilibrium. You're moving into all this like focus on your day-to-day routines, health, lifestyle. That is your 6th house. Like I said, okay, pets. A lot of y'all are getting new pets around this time too. But yeah, we also have the equinox. That's a whole other thing in itself. And not even on the whiteboard, by the way. And by the way, moving into Libra season, that's a lot of contracts and partnership. Focus on partnerships. Can be love, can be career. In between the eclipse and the equinox, Mars moves into Scorpio. So Mars is actually leaving Libra, moving into Scorpio. Your opposite sign, Mars, has not been in Scorpio for 2 years. He's been waiting for this. Mars rules Scorpio. Your opposite sign, what does that mean? Partnerships, lovers, marriage, contracts, all of that, okay? Again, it can be work, it can be career, it can be one-on-one relationships, it can be like you getting an agent because you're becoming more famous. I mean, things like that, okay? Private chef, whatever you want, whatever resonates with you. But Mars in Scorpio, it's intense, it's emotional, you feel that drive, that passion, it's Mars, that ambition, libido. It's Mars in Scorpio, which is all that tag. So that's a thing for y'all. If it's in your 7th house of love and marriage, okay? But also it can be creative partners, however you want it. But just be very mindful. That's coming up. Mark that in your calendar because Mars in Scorpio needs to come with a disclaimer. It's strong. And just ride that train, okay? Because it is going to give you a lot of power, ambition. You're going to feel driven, all right? But you do see that Mars will square Pluto. And as soon as Mars moves into Scorpio, like you start feeling it, okay? Those are the 2 most powerful planets, and they just happen to be Scorpio's rulers, yeah? Scorpio's got 2 rulers. It's Mars and Pluto, so there can be some power struggles, some not saying eye with authorities, okay? So just know that that's going to happen. All right. So Great Awakener again. Am I doing the right? Thank you for everyone who signed up. Let's get started. Taurus, see what's going on for you. And remember, we will go deeper in those aspects where, there we go. Okay. So, Taurus, very excited. Taurus, September 2025. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Perfect. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, y'all, Whoa, what a week. I feel like y'all, it's been a month already, right? Anyway, I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a monthly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, we might if we have time, but I'm joking. I'm joking. I kid. Taurus, come on. We're friends. We're friends. Let's do it. Okay. Where the thing go? That's the thing. And that's the thing. All right. Why don't I do I got my tuning fork. I'll do this for you. I'll give you a little bit of a you're good AF. This is gonna be easy. Thank you for making this easy on me, okay? Taurus, you're like at this. That's jackpot. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, you're already built. You're already doing it. You're already working on structure, stability. You're in it for the long term. You're in it for the long haul. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, that's with the Knight of Pentacles here. You've sown your seeds. You're going to reap your rewards. Again, this is all about taking commitments, yeah, and your goals all the way, no matter how long it takes, all the way. All right. Yeah, that's patience. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. So that Virgo energy anyway. All right. So really great. You're already in that, that role. Look at what happens because of that. Okay. That discipline, that determination, that diligence. Yeah. All the D words, right? You got the Wheel of Fortune, the heart of your spread. There's a monthly forecast. What? It's a what? It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's card 10, 1-0 goes 1, this new beginning. Of course, which will happen during eclipse season. You like everything's here. You're here, by the way. You see the four fixed signs, all reading the book of law, the book of wisdom. Like you're good. You're learning a lot. You've learned a lot. You've cashed in your karma point. This karma is hugely associated with the Wheel of Fortune. This is jackpot. It's a Wheel of Fortune. This card is attributed to Jupiter, which is good fortune and luck. And there's a new path opening up for you. Good job. All right. You got the Three of Pentacles here. There's something really interesting with the Three of Pentacles in your challenge area. Okay. So two things here. The first thing is like, yeah, a lot of y'all are going to be starting new things or joining, getting new jobs or working with other people in some capacity. Feel things out. Remember, I told you to do all that in August because September, you just don't know with the eclipses. So again, don't try to force anything. And if you started something already where you're working with other people, there may be a little bit of like surprising moments. You see, Uranus is very active too, going retrograde as well. So just be patient, compromise. Those are the best things. Okay, I'll just see eye to eye with people. All right. The other thing is that there may be a little bit of delays, by the way, for some things that you may have wanted with other people. Again, new job, new business, or it could even be family. Like you're starting something with your family, whatever it is, there's an element of other people involved. There just may be a little bit of where let's wait out the eclipses a little bit, but we can still move forward with core parts of it. Now you do have that 301, so that's why I'm saying that. Okay, you got those two threes, vibration of the Empress card 3, but it's all about growth and advancement and maturation and development. And so there is a whole process here that's saying there's this new something that's happening for you that could even bifurcate your path. Like you're on this path, new path opens for you, and that's when you've got to like, oh guys, I just got the job offer to run this city as a mayor or whatever it is. There's just going to be changes. That's the same thing with the Wheel of Fortune. It's just like a little bit of mystery to it. Like, what is this fated path? But you're ready to go anyway. There's a sense of you being open-minded and just ready to accept and explore. You got that Six of Cups and the reader spread. That's amazing. That's everything harmonizing for you. That's you saying like, okay, I did all the work. I'm just gonna, I feel good right now. All right. There's so much beauty and harmony in the Six of Cups, letting your hair down, being in touch with your inner child, but also there is this social element that keeps coming up. But anyway, yeah, you see that. What I say about partnerships and relationships and contracts. You got the Two Cups in your future. There's something here for you. You see that. So once again, eclipses can eclipse things from your life. And if you're like, Bobby, no, I was dating Bobby for so long and he just no, there's someone else waiting for you on the other side. So remember, Go with the flow, flow with the go. Don't force anything. See what happens. Be open-minded, especially this month. But you see that you're good. You're good. That Two of Cups, that passion. Even when Mars is into Scorpio, that passion. That passion. You see the winged lion. You see the caduceus. Healing. This, by the way, if you're not looking for love, this can be platonic. It can be career. It's just you opening yourself up in this mutual. We found each other, taking it to the next level. Let's get to your stuff. All right, so Taurus, you're amazing. You're good. You're good. A lot of y'all. Let me see. A lot of y'all are gonna get married very soon. Congratulations. There may be some like going steady, like making it official. If you did I say my thing? Did I say my line? I don't even remember. You're amazing, Taurus. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you're really. This is. Let me give you another thing. I don't know. Let's keep going. Look at this. You got the King of Wands. There you go. That's epitome. That's epitome of passion. You know the wands are the element of fire. That's passion. This is like look at him leaning out of his throne. Like he can't even sit still. There's got to be a lot that's happening, but this is you being on top of your passions. He's very entrepreneurial. If you are here for work, there's a sense of leadership. There's a sense of like, I'm like, he's the fun king. Okay. So just continue to move in that direction because it does look like you are moving in a direction where you are going to get a lot more attention. You're going to be climbing up a ladder. You're going to have eminence, like all of that. But it comes down to passion. Yeah. Right? So being passionate about what you're doing, you're moving in that direction. King of Cups too. So wow, you and your two kings here, really amazing. So that's almost like your partner in crime. There's someone here, with that Two of Cups energy as well. And the King of Cups is someone who is just so emotionally open, emotionally available, someone who has so much love to give, leads with his heart, has so much empathy. He's very intuitive. This is someone who you're gonna love. It's like we're in it to win it. This can be a current relationship with a next level, like ascension in a current relationship as well, by the way. Am I right? But some of y'all, someone's coming in. Someone's definitely could be like matchmaking for y'all too. And by the way, King of Cups is Scorpio. All right. Now, Seven of Swords, don't mind it. Where it is in your stuff, it's just like you've gone through a lot during the prison portal with Saturn, Neptune conjuncting in Aries over the summer. There could have been some moments where you were lied to. There could have been some moments that they were a little bit deceived and there was some fraud or just some stuff going on. And you're just like, I've learned my lessons, Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna put some microgreens on my soup, and there you go. All right. So this is just saying no more. I've learned my lessons. Not gonna let any of that happen again. And then you got that Page of Pentacles. So your final outcome, you're good. You're good. You can't get any gooder than this, right? Like Knight and the Page. That's something new. Pages are that fresh new energy. And Page of Pentacles, by the way, pretty much is you. It's double earth here. Pages are earthbound, so are Pentacles. So truly something rooting up for you, especially with that solar eclipse in Virgo earth sign as well. All the earth elements really, reflected with the Page of Pentacles. But this is money. This is finances. It can be a new job. It can be a new relationship because Pentacles are your physical reality as well. There is something new that you can look forward to. You gotta, I would say, Pam, where you already do it. Like, I don't even have to, like, it's just that right here. It's like, yeah, if there's something with other people involved where it's just like, okay, this is what Jimmy was talking about. Let me just observe. Let me get into, Velma mode and just also be patient and compromise. And that'll be good. You're launching something or something's coming through. Now, let's break it down week by week. How much time we got? Let's really break it down week by week. Okay. The first week, honestly, you know what's happening. It's a week with an eclipse in Pisces, lunar eclipse in Pisces. Okay. And Uranus going retrograde, Saturn moving back into Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of September. What you come on? You got the Page of Cups. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's almost like you cannot wait for all this new stuff to begin. You're like ready. You're at the mark. Page of Cups, big messenger too. So there could be some message coming through, but something in terms of like you also, again, I feel like you're announcing something as in like you're following your bliss about something. There's something new here that's really beautiful, but again, definitely 1000% can be you opening yourself up to the possibility of someone new coming into your life in a creative way, in a romantic way, and you know what I mean. Like, pay attention to your trust your intuition most of all, right? There could be something creative too. Like, I would launch this, or I have this idea for something that's gonna like bring in the, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. And you got things happening here. Anyway, it's all about energy. You got to put your energy up there. Second week was, yeah. Well, let's see. Okay. So let's get back to the second week. Second week, you know, the biggest thing would be the Jupiter sextiles. Okay. So let's see what's going on for you with Mercury and the Sun sextiling Jupiter. Second week of September. Eight of Cups. Perfect. There you go. And that would be the perfect. That's so like that. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. When you've got the Sun sextile Jupiter, Mercury sextile Jupiter, that's very Wheel of Fortune. Which is Jupiter. Now you got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is attributed to, wait for it, Saturn in Pisces. Okay. How crazy. First decade. So, yeah, remember Saturn represents your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams. All this South Node energy, even coming after that eclipse, which technically is on Sunday, so it's still part of that week. You got literally an eclipse here. So leaving something behind for something new, yeah, that you feel deep down in your bones. Third week, yeah, there's a lot happening the third week. All right, so I would say the biggest thing is Venus moving into Virgo is going to be a thing for you. So let's just focus on that. But remember, you've got that Mercury trine Uranus and Pluto. There's a lot happening. Okay, there's a lot happening. Let's see what's got up for you with the third week of September. Oh, well, there you go. Let's see. You got two cards. Look at you. Well, you got the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. So when you move forward, there could be a little bit of, yeah, with that you approaching the new moon solar eclipse. Just know what you want. Again, I don't think you're going to have a problem. You got the Hangman. That's really great. Okay, so these two cards combined. The Hangman is Pisces, by the way. It's attributed to Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. Very Pisces. Seven of Cups, Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio. So very interesting. Okay, so there could be something very emotional. Yeah, because look at all that water. And the Hangman, very emotional, but that's you. Like, that's another card that's suggesting surrender. Okay, make those sacrifices to see things in a new way. Old system structures, out with the old, in with the new. That even if you get to that point, we're like, I don't know what I want. This path. Know thyself. Look at things in a different way. Now, the last week, obviously, the new moon, solar eclipse in Virgo is the biggest thing. Mars moving into Scorpio is pretty big. Let's see what's going on for you for the last week of September. Oh, there you go. Ten of Swords. The end of the end of the end of the end. That's amazing. There's a card of new dawn. You see the sun coming out the horizon. So yeah, there could be something here. It's coming after the Hangman. So the Hangman is more spiritual. It's more about your view on things, your life purpose, seeing things like what's meaningful in my life, what do I have to let go, what's no longer meaningful, all of that. Really going deep, right? That's what this month is, okay? But then you got that Ten of Swords too, okay? So up here, mental, like there could have been a lot of things that you went through. That's why you got that Seven of Swords, and it was just processing these things, and it's like at a point where it's just this mental exhaustion. That could have been some people that betrayed you, or some people that you thought supported you, not on your side. You recognize that you tap into your chumbawamba. You get knocked down, but you get back up again, okay? But remember, it's a 10 when 0 equals 1. So this new cycle, you have to learn from whatever it was that was hard from you. Let it go, okay? You got to make room up here if you're going to move into these new places. So anyway, Taurus, you're actually really good. You're actually really good. You're good. I mean, come on. Anyway, Taurus, we'll talk more in the next. Okay, so tier 3 members, yeah, we're gonna pull more cards, but really good and legendary members. We'll look at love, we'll look at career, all of that. Okay, and as we know, if we always look for cards that overlap, same card, you pull the same card from a different deck over here. That's the big sign from the universe. Anyway, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Taurus, this is a big month. Look at you. Oh my goodness, you got some big things happening. And yeah, we'll dive deeper next week. Okay, so thanks so much. I'll see you. Okay, thank you. Y'all are amazing. All right, thank you. Bye bye.